Back at it again. My name is Clayton. I am your host of Here Headlight Headlines, your daily automotive news podcast. Check us out on Twitter, HlightHlines, also on Instagram and YouTube, link down below. Also, this podcast is available on all podcast platforms, so check us out, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all your favorites. So we are going to dive on in today to our news today. Not too much news, a lot of EV news. So we're going to kick things off with our friends at Volkswagen. They have announced pricing, starting Msrp for the 2023 ID4 compact SUV. So this SUV, built in the U.S. with a smaller battery than the current model, will start at apparently $38,790, and this includes delivery. So those of you who aren't aware, this is Volkswagen's compact SUV that is also an EV. It says it will come standard with a 62 kilowatt hour battery pack, and it starts at that $38,000 price, so we're going to round it up to about $39,000. This car's main competitor, as you all likely know, is the Tesla Model 3. That car starts at around $46,990, $47,000, so that is significantly cheaper. This ID4 is significantly cheaper than the Model 3. Likely this smaller battery is much smaller than that Model 3 battery. But if they're making it standard with a smaller battery, then they'll likely have an upgrade package or another trim level that comes with a larger battery, dual batteries, something like that. So we'll see here in the future what goes on with that. This ID4 is really nice. Like, it looks crazy here. I got some pictures pulled up of it. Like, just look at this interior. Like, it's very simplistic, very modern. You can see the steering wheel here with the screen behind it, the other screen. Just this center console area, and then this like Alcantara on the leather seats. That looks really nice. There's these buttons over here. I'm sure those come in handy with all sorts of stuff. It's not the most attractive car of its class, but it's not like bad. It's not terribly ugly. I actually think they look pretty nice. This blue color is really nice. I'm a little bit familiar with these cars. I worked for a company that did some work with Volkswagen on these, so they're pretty cool. They're really neat cars. I really enjoy them. This white right here looks really, really clean. It doesn't really match like at all. It's kind of odd, but it looks clean. If they did like all white interior, I wouldn't get it because I get it dirty in like 5 minutes. But yeah, so Volkswagen ID4, almost 10 grand cheaper than the Model 3 and base MSRP. So I think I've seen a few on the road. I have a feeling that they'll just continue to increase in popularity. Next up, we got a recall coming from BMW for both their iX and i4 electric cars. So the iX is pictured right here. It's their electric SUV that they have, and then the i4 is very similar to the 4 Series BMW, the electric version of that. So they're saying that they are having issues with their Samsung batteries. Samsung is their battery supplier, which is kind of surprising that they're having issues like this from Samsung. But they're saying that it has to do with potential damage or debris entering the battery cell. That's kind of scary to hear. So if you have one of these cars, the iX or i4, you may want to go get that battery checked out, battery replaced, whatever their policy is that they're doing with that. They're saying that it's affecting cars built in a 9-month period between 2021 and 2022. So if you have one of those cars, look out for that. These cars are also very nice. This iX, it's a little bit bigger than that ID4 we just looked at, but it's pretty nice looking. The grille, obviously controversial in the past year or so. I like it on the 4 Series. I think it looks nice. On here, it does look a little weird, but it's not the worst car I've ever seen. So yeah, here's the i4 interior. These interiors are crazy. Like, they have this insane huge screen right here. They're really nice. And then you can see this like wood grain pattern. They're very clean, very classy, very luxurious. And then the iX has the same type of interior. This interior is beautiful. These stitched seats like that. Oh my gosh. And then that huge display. Incredible. So, yeah, if you have one of these BMW cars, get those checked out. We don't want any more issues arising from that. Next up, we got a pretty sad story coming from our friends at Nissan. They are ending production of the Maxima sedan next year. Um, so they are saying that they have sold less than 4,000 units of the Maxima this year, and the Ultima has sold almost 80,000. So Maxima barely getting any sales this year. They're saying that it's likely to return as an EV in 2025, which can be really interesting. Like I said earlier, we got basically everything we're talking about is EVs today. I promise we like gas cars here too. But yeah, this model's been around since 2015, the 8th gen. So it's getting a little out of date. I think it looks okay. Like the exterior styling isn't too terrible. But then again, it's been around for a long time. So it's probably time for it to go. If it comes back as an EV, that would be awesome. See how good that can do. But yeah, so Nissan's ending the Maxima. They're saying if it does come back, it'll be built in Mississippi alongside an electric Infiniti sedan. So that could be really interesting. I'm excited to see what Nissan and Infiniti have in the works as far as EVs are concerned, because we haven't seen a ton from them. Obviously, Nissan Leaf and some of those other cars, but yeah. So Maxima ending next year. And then our last one of the day, we have Cadillac compact EV crossover Spide. It looks very similar to what was recently announced, the Cadillac Lyriq. Here, I got some pictures of it pulled up here. You can see this body styling looks almost identical to this image right here. So the Lyriq is the name of what has already been announced. Cadillac says they're trying to get their fully electric lineup out by 2030. So obviously releasing this car will help them dip into that. So another small SUV electric vehicle from this time an American company. I'm very interested to see what it's gonna be like. Like the Lyriq is really nice. The interior, it's just got a huge screen. That BMW one had separate screens. This one just has a really elongated one. They kind of merged them all together. Very classy, very Cadillac. And then the back styling right here with the built-in rear seat TVs and then the climate control, all that. The seats look crazy in this. Insane. Absolutely insane. It's a beautiful car. The front styling, a little bit odd, but it also is kind of like classy in the way that Cadillac is with the angular designs on it. I'm a fan of it. I think it looks pretty cool. Not as blocky as some of their past SUVs they've done recently. So I think it looks nice. And then I'm even more excited to see what this compact SUV will look like. So they say it will go on sale in late 2024. So we still got a while. They're saying that the Celestiq compact concept will be a hand-built, ultra-expensive flagship. So it looks like they're trying to stick with this Lyriq, Celestiq, this IQ-ic sound at the end. And then down here it talks a little bit about some trademarked names that they've done recently. So they've got the Ascendic, Lumistic, and Vistic. I think Vistic sounds pretty cool out of those three. So we'll see what Cadillac goes with for this smaller SUV that's electric. But besides that, I'm excited to see. I know we talked a lot about electric cars today, different SUVs mainly, some car stuff. But that's all we've really got for you today. See you all tomorrow in the next episode of Headlight Headlines. Check us out on Twitter at HlightHlines, as well as YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram. All linked down below. Thanks. Peace out.